So, could we be on the verge of a huge shift in one of South Asia's most important relationships? With a brand new prime minister in Kathmandu, it really feels like the stage is set for a pivotal new chapter between India and Nepal. Let's dive in and see what's changing. Well, right out of the gate, things are looking pretty good. In their very first conversations, both India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Nepal's new leader, Balan Shah, hit a really cooperative note. And look, this isn't just your standard diplomatic small talk. It's a very clear, very deliberate signal that they both want to strengthen ties right from the start. To really get why this is such a big deal, you gotta look back at the history. I mean, the relationship is built on this incredibly unique foundation: shared culture, family ties that cross the border, and an open border policy. But the last decade, it's been really tense. We're talking a painful border blockade, big arguments over Nepal's constitution, and some pretty heated fights over territory. It's this huge contrast that makes a fresh start so absolutely crucial. And the main reason for all this new hope? Well, it comes down to a brand new and pretty unconventional player on the political stage. See, Prime Minister Balan Shah, he's not your typical politician. He didn't come up through the ranks of Nepal's old political guard. His rise to the top really represents a clean break from the past. He's an independent force, and he's shaking up the establishment. I mean, just look at his background. It tells you everything you need to know about the kind of change we're talking about. He's only 35. He's Nepal's first ever prime minister from the Meiteis community, which is a massive milestone that really challenges the old political order. He actually studied in India, so he's got a first-hand view of his neighbor. And maybe most importantly, he's the product of this youth-driven movement that cares more about getting things done than about party politics. That is a major shift. All right, so this is where it gets interesting. The big question is, how is this totally unique background going to shape his foreign policy? His past gives us some, well, complex and even kind of contradictory clues. When he was the mayor of Kathmandu, Shah was known for being a really strong nationalist. I mean, no apologies about it. He talked openly about rejecting foreign hegemony, a word that was often seen as being aimed right at India. He even used a Greater Nepal map that showed territories that are part of India today. This, you can imagine, made some people in New Delhi a little nervous and adds a bit of unpredictability to the whole situation. But here's the thing. Nationalism is one thing, but economic reality is another. And to really understand what's at stake here, we have to look at the powerful economic ties that bind these two nations together. Just let this number sink in for a second. 3.5 million. That's how many Nepalese, about 14% of the entire country, work outside of Nepal. This isn't just a number, it's literally the engine that powers the country's economy. You know, a massive chunk of Nepal's whole economy is fueled by the money those workers send back home. That's remittances. After that, you've got tourism and something that's getting more and more important, exporting hydropower. This economic reality pretty much shapes every single foreign policy decision that comes out of Kathmandu. And that right there brings us to the absolute heart of the India-Nepal relationship. They really, really need each other. Nepal is landlocked, so it depends on India for almost all of its trade, for transit, and for essentials like fuel. And for India? Well, India is a huge market for Nepal's massive hydropower potential, which is a major piece of India's own plans for a regional energy grid. Okay, so we've got this new leader, and we've got these powerful economic forces at play. So what happens next? What's the actual game plan here? Well, it's not just talk. There are some really concrete things on the table that could happen. For a long time, Nepal has been asking India to update their old friendship treaty. It's also trying to get permission for overflight routes for its new international airports, which would be a total game changer for their tourism industry. And maybe the biggest one of all, it needs India to make it easier to buy Nepali electricity, a move that could unlock billions of dollars in revenue. At the end of the day, it seems like the goal for Nepal's new government is about more than just patching up old arguments. It's about building a whole new foreign policy, one that's designed for the world we live in today, not one that's weighed down by the political baggage of the past. So that's where we are, and it all boils down to one big question. With a new pragmatic leader in Nepal and a clear economic reason for everyone to get along, can these two historic neighbors finally move past the friction and build a partnership that really puts neighbors first? The next few years are definitely going to be the ones to watch.
You can download the complete notes of this video from the pinned comment below. If this video helped, do like and subscribe to the BriefCase for daily visual explanations.